All right, today we're tackling a really big idea, one that kind of flips the script on the traditional classroom. It's called differentiation, and it all starts with one pretty simple question.
I mean, really think about it. You've got a room with, say, 30 kids. 30 completely different brains, 30 unique ways of looking at the world. Does it actually make any sense to teach every single one of them in the exact same way? It's how we've done it for, well, forever. But what if it's just plain wrong? And yeah, that's the tough truth right there. When we teach to this imaginary average student in the middle, we're not being fair. We are in fact missing the mark for almost everyone else in the room. This isn't some small thing. It's the core problem we really need to solve.
So let's unpack this a little. This whole one-size-fits-all classroom, I mean, on the surface, it looks organized, it looks fair. But underneath, it's actually causing some pretty big problems for our students.
You know the drill, right? It's the classic model, everybody gets the same textbook, you all do the same worksheet, you move at the same speed, and then you take the same test. But come on, kids aren't robots. Some learn visually, others need to talk things out. Some kids need a little more help to get a concept, while others are itching to go faster and dig deeper. This super rigid structure just doesn't work for that beautiful, messy reality of a classroom.
And here's what happens because of that mismatch. The students who get it right away, they get bored. They totally check out. The ones who need a little more time, they get left in the dust, feeling completely lost. And you know, even those kids in the middle end up frustrated because the pace isn't quite right for them either. It's not a system that's fair. It's a system with a major design flaw. Okay, so if the problem is a rigid, one-size-fits-all system, well, the solution has got to be a flexible one, right? And that is exactly where differentiation comes into play. It's a huge shift in how we think about what a classroom should be.
And at its heart, it's really this simple. Differentiation just means you adjust how you teach to meet the different needs of your students. It's all about recognizing that there isn't just one single path to understanding something.
So, the amazing educator Carol Ann Tomlinson, a real pioneer here, breaks this down into 3 key areas. You can tweak the content, so what kids learn, you can change the process, how they go about learning it, and you can offer options for the product, that's how they show you what they've learned. Now here's the most important part. This is not about creating 30 completely separate lesson plans. It's about building flexible pathways to the same destination.
Okay, theory is great and all, but what does this actually look like in a real classroom on a Tuesday morning? Let's make it practical. Here's a perfect, simple example. Let's say you're learning about the Amazon rainforest. The old way? Everybody reads the exact same article. The new way? Maybe you offer 3 different articles on the rainforest. One might be shorter and have more pictures, another could be a bit more complex. The core topic is the same, but now everyone has an entry point they can actually manage.
Or let's take a science idea, something like photosynthesis. The old way might be, a lecture and a worksheet. But the differentiated way, it's all about choices. Maybe you learn best by watching a cool little animation. Or maybe you're the kind of person who needs to draw it all out in a diagram. Or maybe you need to get your hands dirty and do a little experiment. All of these different roads lead to the same place, understanding photosynthesis.
Oh, and this one is huge. How we check for understanding. Instead of just one big written test, why not let kids show what they know in a way that plays to their strengths? A super creative student could build a poster. A great speaker could give a presentation. The tech kid could make a quick video. You're still checking their understanding of the material, you're just not only testing how fast they can write under pressure.
Now, to really get differentiation, you have to understand the philosophy that's driving it. And that means we need to get super clear on the difference between 2 words people mix up all the time: equality and equity.
And this ladder analogy just nails it. Equality is giving everyone the exact same ladder. That seems fair, right? But what if the apple you're trying to reach is at a different height for different people? Equity, on the other hand, is about making sure everyone gets a ladder that's tall enough for them to actually reach the apple. It's about a fair outcome. So giving one student extra help or another student a bigger challenge, that's not playing favorites. That is true fairness.
So I know what you might be thinking right about now. This sounds amazing, but wow, it also sounds like a ton of extra work. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about how you can start with tiny, manageable changes that have a huge impact. First, let's just bust a few myths right now. Myth number 1, it's too much work. The truth? Small tweaks make a massive difference. You don't have to change everything overnight. Myth 2, it lowers the standards. Absolutely not. The goal, the standard, is the same for everyone. We're just changing the path to get there. And myth 3, this is only for struggling students.
wrong. It benefits every single learner in the room by meeting them exactly where they are.
So, what can you literally do tomorrow? It's way simpler than you think. Instead of one task, just offer 2 choices. For one activity, try putting students in mixed ability groups. Add one single stretch question for the kids who finish early. Or provide some simple guided notes for students who need a bit more structure. See? These aren't huge overhauls. They're the small building blocks of a differentiated classroom.
And honestly, this is what it all boils down to. We have to change our definition of fair. True fairness isn't treating every student the same. It's giving every student what they need to succeed. Differentiation isn't some extra thing you do. It's just what really effective teaching looks like.
So I'll just leave you with this to think about. Whether you're a teacher, a parent, or just somebody interested in this stuff, what's one small way you already change your approach for different people? Chances are you're already doing it. The next step is just to be a little more intentional about it. Thanks for watching.